We said Trump had a chance because he was exciting, and America loves excitement. And Trump been saying exciting shit the whole time. Trump was on the news. They asked Trump about the leaks. Trump said the leaks are real, but the news is fake.
All right, everybody. You know what it is. It's Skev Kelly once again. I've been missing y'all all, like, for real. Damn, man.
Though I'm missing you.
Shit, I've been missing all you guys. All right, we back to the Kings and Queens Talk Show. You know what it is. Have you guys seen the sunshine? Damn. Sunshine is catching high. Like, the sunshine was way too high. I mean, the government should get us like capes that look like umbrellas, so I could be walking around with them, you know, because, yo, it's way too high. Anyway, current situation in the States, we having campaigns. They're coming in with a new president, so we going through the campaigns period. But before I say anything, I just need you to listen to this video.
Today I want to talk about how to grow the African-American middle class and to provide a new deal for Black America. That deal is grounded in 3 promises: safe communities, great education, and high-paying jobs. My vision rests on a principle that has defined this campaign right from the beginning, and you've seen where we've come from and where we are right now. It's called America First. Every African-American citizen in this country is entitled to a government that puts their jobs, wages, and security first. One of the greatest betrayals has been the issue of immigration. Illegal immigration violates the civil rights of African Americans. That's what's been happening.
God, I mean, he trying to show that he got the love for the Black peoples, yeah? I want to give you a quick flashback. Really? Can you remember?
What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed.
And made this bold prediction.
At the end of 4 years, I guarantee you that I will get over 95% of the African American vote. I promise you.
The old Trump, like the Trump of the 1990s. I'm talking about the Trump of the last campaigns.
So who can forget this moment on the 2016 campaign trail?
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
This man saying like racist shit and people still coming back on screen and they're able to vote for him. Like, I mean, what in the world is that? Who in the world votes for a man that directly tells you you look like shit? For Christ's sake. Guys, come on. We kind of need to style up on some things. The last time's elections when Trump clearly quoted in the 2016 campaigns, the Blacks are poor, they got no jobs, they got no homes. I mean, they're literally useless. And he old bold enough to say, you got nothing to lose. I mean, he trying to speak without pride. In the first place, doesn't they believe that America is like the land of green pastures?
He has a point.
Every time people are running for asylum, the first country they're going to run to is America. Why? Because it's a place of green pastures.
No group has been more economically harmed by decades of illegal immigration than low-income African-American workers.
One thing that is top in my mind with this video that we just watched is that way back, Trump is saying some racist, fucked up shit about the Blacks, yeah? And here we are right now, and there's people are kind of supporting him because he's able to provide for them jobs.
The president also defending the display of the Confederate flag.
You understand why the flag is a painful symbol for many people because it's a reminder of slavery.
Well, people love it, and I know people that like the Confederate flag and they're not thinking about slavery. I just think it's freedom of speech, whether it's Confederate flags or Black Lives Matter or anything else you want to talk about. It's freedom of speech.
What is the aim of the Statue of Liberty? I mean, what's the aim of the Statue of Liberty? I thought it was like something was to remind us about slavery. Ain't about that. But in some way, I kind of see the man trying to put the blacks back into slavery. And this time around, he kind of using like that. I look at Trump as a tactical man because he's actually not tactical. He's strategic. He trying to get two people of the same blood or the same color to fight against each other.
20%, for example, that said that they support Donald Trump. And the reason why I say that is because this isn't just about Joe Biden. This goes back to other Democrat presidents that have not fulfilled their promises and have not tried to help the black community. That includes Barack Obama, who is a big disappointment for a lot of African Americans in this country in reference to where he stood with helping people in the black community.
Thank God for Obama, because at least now, they know Kenya.
No. Please don't bring up Obama, because Obama was the biggest disappointment
Really?
to Black America and
No
also
way.
Kenya as well.
No way.
Yes, he did not do nothing for Black people. Not a thing. We believed in Obama. I voted for Obama.
Yeah.
But Obama didn't do a thing for Black people. He did something for immigrants, which most of is south of the border, Latin America. He did something for LGBT.
Yeah.
He did something for the white bankers, but he did nothing for Black America. So no, we don't respect him in Black America.
All right, everybody. Blacks. Man, can a man understand for once, like for just once, can somebody have like a clue or sense of mind? Damn. Like, I mean, we are looking at Trump trying to humiliate you in front of the camera. Like, who actually says that these lights are so bright and the only people he's seeing right now are blacks? Like, for Christ's sake, who says that?
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come. That's a long way, isn't it? These lights.
Damn. Man, who says that? And you personally taking your hand out to give him a vote? Like, I mean, guys.
When he makes comments like this, does he not realize what it sounds like? Does he not see that he's being condescending? Does he not see that to many, those statements are offensive, stereotypical, and pretty much tells exactly who he is, that he fits the profile of one who cannot be defined other than a racist?
Let's get back to reality. Guys, Trump has been a racist since way back. I mean, since way back.
And how much he just loves black people. Just saying. No, he doesn't. And he has a long, long history, going back to the 70s, about discrimination and racism. Here we go. He says, when it comes to racism and racists, I am the least racist person that you've ever met. As far back as the 70s, he and his father and the Trump management have been and have said some horrible things about persons of color. Remember at one of his rallies there, he hollered out, "I love black people. Where's my black guy at?" Yeah, remember that? Okay, back in 1972, Trump management was sued by the DOJ for racial discrimination when they viewed 39 properties where the employees and property managers were directed by the Trump organization to tell people of color that there were no vacancies. And Trump said to a lawyer in the deposition, "You don't want to live next to them either." These property managers would put a C next to those people's names. And it was hinting that they were a person of color and not to rent to them. So they lost that suit. A couple of years later, they were sued again, and they lost that one too. But they never had to say that they were guilty of anything or admit anything. So there was that. So when he said the second time, he said, well, they didn't tell me that I had to accept people on welfare. The only time he wasn't discriminatory is when they had $3 million to buy an apartment from him, just saying. And he says he's the best president for blacks since Lincoln. Bigotry is not a political talking point for him. It was ingrained in him since he was a kid. And it's who he is, how he runs his life, and how he expects everybody around him to run theirs. In his days as the owner of 3 casinos, the president of Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, John O'Donnell, they were walking through the casino and Trump pointed over to one of the cages there, and there was a black guy counting the money, and he went, black guy over there counting my money? I hate it. Yeah. The only kind of people I want counting my money are short guys with yarmulkes on, with yarmulkes every day. I think that guy is lazy. It's probably not his fault. Laziness is a trait in blacks. It really is. I believe that. And if him and Ivana walked onto the casino floor, the managers knew that they had to get all the black employees, take them and put them in the back room until they were done walking through, because Trump didn't want to see blacks on the floor. In 2000, also the Casino Plaza and Hotel was fined $2,000 because it transferred black and women dealers off the tables to accommodate high rollers' prejudices. Yeah. In 2000, The Apprentice, he fired a black contestant, Kevin Allen, because he was too educated, because Trump was afraid he'd show him up. That's why. 2005, Trump pitches the Apprentice season. He wants them to do whites versus blacks. Yeah. 2011 was, of course, the Obama birth certificate and birtherism. He's not a U.S. citizen. He's a Muslim with a middle name like Hussein. What else could he be? He was the king of conspiracies even before that arsehole QAnon guy. By the way, who's sitting in his mother's basement somewhere putting all these stupid tweets out there. And these fools are so stupid and gullible. They're just eating it up. And he's laughing his ass off all the way to the bank because he's probably monetized and getting paid a ton of money. Just saying. But anyway, he said Obama was a terrible student. It wasn't good enough to get into Harvard or Columbia. Psst, Donnie, your professor said you were the dumbest student he ever tried to teach. And you didn't come in top of your class. You didn't even make it to the top 250, is my guess. Trump is a willful, temper tantrum having 3-year-old who still shits in his pull-ups. I'm just saying. Central Park 5 conspiracy gave him a license to play into racist tropes and make a name for himself to make him look heroic so he could say he's saving America from those people. Exactly. And see how bad it's gotten since then? Because nobody believed that he really meant that. Oh, that's just Trump. 2016 at a debate, at one of the debates, Hillary told everybody exactly who he was. But he still wouldn't condemn white supremacists in Charlottesville and said that there were good people on both sides. And as a way to get black voters, he insults them. Yeah, he said, you live in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth are unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose? You can vote for me. That's how, yeah. You mean besides their dignity and pride. He denigrates all kinds of reporters and stuff. A black reporter asks him a question. He comes up, that's the stupidest question I've ever heard. 2018 on people from Haiti and African countries. Why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? Where are all the people from Norway and countries like that? Black and brown members of Congress, the Democrat squad, are from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, and they should go back to those countries, even though most of them are born in the United States and are citizens. And apparently, the government he's talking about is his. Just saying. Kamala Harris doesn't meet the requirements to be vice president. Can't imagine why. Is it because she's maybe black and Asian? More birtherism, that's what that is. Campaign for President Trump needs black voters. Let's face it. He's done nothing for them, but he knows he won't win without black, Hispanic, and women voters. But more women vote in the United States than men. And in highly predominant black districts, they vote Democrat. It was black women that voted in the primaries that got Joe Biden where he is. And there's a lot of swing states that helped Biden win that presidency. He says he's just like black people because he's been indicted too and arrested and unfairly treated by the justice system. No, Donald, most criminals are white. Sorry to disappoint you. At the Black Conservative Federation, he spoke to nearly an all-white audience. Imagine. Saying shit like, I got indicted for nothing. They're doing this for political persecution. It's election interference. A lot of people said that's why black people like me, because I was indicted 4 times. Or because they've been hurt so badly and discriminated against, like me. I'm being indicted for you, black population. The mugshot. We've all seen my mugshot. And you know who embraced that more than anyone else? The black population. It's incredible. You see these black guys walking around with my mugshot shot on their shirts. I've said this, and I'll say it openly, and not a lot of people dispute it. I've done more for the black Americans than anybody with the possibility of Abraham Lincoln. Nobody has even come close. I guess Johnson's civil rights bill on April 11th, 1964 had nothing to do with that. Now Trump's selling high tops and Bibles. Trump was hoping by going to SneakerCon that he'd get a big rally going and everybody would love him, buy all his sneakers and everything. Well, he got booed by a lot of people. And I don't know if he noticed, apparently there was a huge bunch of weed that was just kind of wafting through the building every once in a while. But he's again talking down to black people by offering high tops to win young black men's votes. That's why he's doing it. The never surrender sneaker. You can read into that what you like. That's why that's what he's getting at, in my opinion. Just fill in the blanks there, read between the lines, right? Excuse me. The same with the mugshot shirts. But he surrendered like a dog. That's right. Never surrender. Unless that's your mugshot and you surrendered. You voluntarily walked in and surrendered, got your mugshot taken. And I don't think Christian Louboutin is going to be one bit happy that you decided to use his patented red sole on those cheap-ass sneakers. Just saying. Seen a pair on Temu for $19.99.
I mean, let's take an example, Cat Williams. Yeah. Cat Williams, he talking about Trump, and he says,
we said Trump had a chance because he was exciting. And America loves excitement. And Trump been saying exciting shit the whole time. Trump was on the news. They asked Trump about the leaks. Trump said the leaks are real, but the news is fake. I heard about the leaks on the news, sir. You are confusing me. That's like the police pull you over, you tell them the blunt ain't real, but the smoke is. Take your ass to real jail then. The president's supposed to think of something, then talk about it with the Senate and the Congress, pass a bill, and then do it. Trump don't give a fuck. Trump sent off 50 missiles to Syria while he was in his bathroom with an Xbox One controller. See what they say when they see that shit.
yo, I mean, like, who in the world says that, for Christ's sake? How do you say the leaks are real, but the news are fake? I mean, like, he actually said the news are the ones that told the people about the leaks. So why would he say the leaks are real and the news are fake? Like, come on, please. It's just the same way Kurt Williams says when a police officer pulls you off and says, you got pulled off while smoking a blunt, you just say, well, officer, please, the blunt is fake, but the smoke is real. Like, when Christ saying, who says that? Like, Christ, guys, when will black Americans cease to understand that this man has never loved all y'all and he's just looking for the vote? I mean, this man has been racist since way back. I took a video from a lady who was talking about Trump, and she was saying one of the employees, this is actually a quote from one of the employees of Trump. He was touring through the Trump Tower. He was with the engineer. As we're touring through the Trump Tower, he sees the brails on the elevator buttons, and he asks the engineer what these are, and he actually tells him, well, sir, this are for the blind peoples. Yeah, those that can't see. And Trump boldly says, well, let me tell you one thing. There will never, ever be any blind person in this building. God.
1983, Barbara Rez was one of the first women in construction management in the higher echelons in a big corporation, and she worked with him for years. And Barbara Rez said when they were doing the final walkthrough for Trump Tower, they were going through the elevator banks, and on this little square numbers, there was dots on there, and Trump said, what are they for? And the engineer said, well, it's Braille. He said, get rid of it. He said, no, sir, we can't. It's the law. And he goes, let me tell you, no blind people will ever live in this building.
After he says that, you decide to pick this man to say this kind of things. Here's the funny thing about it. Now, all year I'm pulling out your hands for the campaigns for Trump. I actually don't blame Trump. I blame the Americans, the black Americans. I blame the black Americans. Because, yo, you're actually doing some reverse slavery shit. By the time someone is able to buy y'all all, now you're trying to see black people's trying to testify on Trump that he doing all this good stuff, like bringing the jobs, he making the streets so well. I thought in the first place, we're looking at brotherhood in this place.
Former President Donald Trump, your thoughts?
Isaiah, we have to bring facts into this equation. Donald Trump has had racial discrimination lawsuits since the 1970s filed against him, in which he's had to pay fines and actually publish ads, promoting the fact that his real estate company has racially discriminated against blacks as tenants previously. When he first came on board as president, one of the first things that he did was pass an executive order to get rid of racial sensitivity training. On the campaign trail just recently, Donald Trump has promised to terminate all diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So he is not a fan of black people.
And if he is a viable candidate to the black community, and of course, Seiko, you're going to pick up responding to Demetrius Walker, who just talked before the break.
So Demetrius, so you mentioned about Trump and the racial accusations or discrimination about the hotel, correct? Well, he fired the individuals that were racially discriminating in his hotel. You can look up those are facts as well too. Also, but here's something that's interesting. You mentioned about Donald Trump being a racist. You're a Democrat, right?
No.
You're not a Democrat?
We identify
You're
him as
independent.
independent.
You're independent. Did you vote for Biden?
I did.
Okay, so you vote for a man whose mentor is a racist. You voted for a man whose 94 crime bill, he had no problem authorizing and authoring and boasted about that, then regretted that he did it. You voted for a man also that said, if you don't know the difference between me and Trump, you ain't black.
And you supported a man who tried to strip $200 million from HBCUs, and then later,
yes, he did.
And
he put 10 years in the black community.
He gave more money to the HBCUs.
Exactly.
And then tried to take credit for adding money to the HBCU
because he
budget.
did.
Because
okay, Sean, wrap us up. We only have 20 seconds. Wrap us up, Sean.
Where did your humanity go? Like, are you that cheap to be bought with resources? Yeah, with possessions? For Christ's sake, God, please try to look at the war this man is trying to create in between y'all all.
That Donald Trump was disconnected with the realities of what it means to be black in America. And now, here are the facts. The reality is, look, he is gaining ground with black men. It has moved from 4% to about 24% that African American men are being pulled to Donald Trump.
Why is that?
These gimmicks.
Why is that?
But these gimmicks, such as putting his face on T-shirts and selling them. These gimmicks, such as creating sneakers and believing that we're going to be motivated to buy his sneakers. These are the things that he thinks that attracts black people to him.
Why do you think that?
Real quick, let's hear from Sean. Sean, go ahead.
Well, first of all, where's your proof that he is doing these things? You're basically saying that he's putting these photo ops out here just to garner the support.
Where's your proof that he's not?
So where's your proof that he is?
So are you telling me Donald Trump did not sell gold sneakers and did not promote those?
I'm telling you that he didn't put those images out there. I'm telling you that there's no proof
and so are you saying that he didn't promote those images
and I'm
in his
telling you
speech to the black conservatives?
That what people are connecting with is the injustices that we face, and that's what he was speaking to.
Did he not promote these T-shirts in his latest speech to the black conservative?
He mentioned the T-shirts.
So he mentioned it.
Right.
Man, in the first place, why is this man calling the immigrants?
A record 300,000 illegal aliens were detected crossing the border in December alone. How can it be good? It's so bad for the country. And I think they really are doing it because they want to sign these people up to vote. I really do. You know, I never would have believed it. They can't speak a word of English for the most part, but they're signing them up. They'll be signing them up trying to get them in to vote.
Aliens. I mean, who calls a fellow human being an alien? Man, who does that kind of shit? And at the end of the day, someone is calling your fellow person an alien. And you're able to actually vote for him and even stand out into the camera and testify. Oh my God.
Look how much African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. What do you have to lose by trying something new like Trump? What do you have to lose? I say it again, what do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs, 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
Wait, did I just hear Trump? Did I just hear Trump that you guys got nothing to lose? You really got nothing to lose? And y'all all out here trying to vote for Trump? Shit, man. I'll go back to my nation, guys. I'm trying to bring out something to y'all all. Look, it's not all about what someone is able to provide. It's how someone is able to connect with the peoples. Trump ain't that kind of man who can connect with the peoples. For one bit, I'm kind of thinking about His Excellency's statements. Let's listen to it.
And I like Mr. Trump so much. Trump is a wonderful man. Because he tells Africans how they are. The other day he told them very, very clearly what he thought they were. You know the word they said he had used? He said, Bioroni. What do you call it? In cho, peke yake. Wacha cho hiyo. People were mad with Trump, but me, I liked it. Because when somebody tells you what you are, that you are nothing.
Did he just say that he likes someone who is able to tell you that you are nothing? Oh yeah, he was kidding. But anyway, you get the message behind it. I hope that statement ain't right. Yo, so this man actually calls you a toilet where they pee. So in actual sense, he kind of telling you that he's going to use you and just leave you there the way you are. Back to the point, by the time someone calls you nothing and you're able to vote for him, man, I'm kind of trying to analyze that situation where somebody is able to tell me that I'm nothing, and then I'm able to chit chat with him the next day. How is that possible? I mean, are we getting so full to that extent that we able to be bought by possessions, by what somebody can provide? Well, yeah, I know the president's supposed to provide for the country. I mean, develop the countries and all that. But someone who is able to provide and then later won't say shit about you just because he rich? Shit, no. I can't take nonsense from nobody. Damn, hell no. Africans, Black Americans, where did your black spirit go? I can quote for you Joe Biden saying, I ain't white, but
I'm not stupid. I know where the power is. I know where you think I'm joking. By the way, I'm not, I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid. I know where the power is. I know where you think I'm joking.
I'm white, but I ain't stupid. Is he trying to say that the whites are actually stupid? Oh my God. Shit. Did I hear him properly? Oh my God. Anyway, look, this man trying to bring an excuse of immigrants entering the country, and they're the ones who happen to be the licks, the cartels, the ragtags, the thugs. He all blaming it in the migrants. I mean, from day one, someone who trying to look for asylum from a country and he trying to look for green pastures.
Children are brought here by coyotes and lots of bad people, cartels, and they're brought here, and they used to use them to get into our country. We now have as strong a border as we've ever had. We're over 400 miles of brand new wall.
Nearly 180,000 illegal immigrants with criminal records ordered deported from our country are tonight roaming free to threaten peaceful citizens. The number of new illegal immigrant families who have crossed the border so far this year already exceeds the entire total from 2015. They are being released by the tens of thousands into our communities with no regard for the impact on public safety or resources.
I mean, are you forgetting that before the immigrants came in, there were way more dangerous crimes? Are you forgetting that? I mean, like, how many shootings have you had in the country? Like, how many shootings have you had in the country? I'm gonna pose that question to you before you pose it into the immigrants. And for Christ's sake, ain't you seeing it that Trump is trying to cause a war in between y'all all, and he trying to plan a strategy for himself just to win your vote? I mean, don't you get it? Don't you get it? Like, stand for a minute. I mean, it was the whites fighting, having that racist kind of shit. But now, it seems like the blacks going against they blacks themselves. Like, how in the world does a fellow black stand in front of a camera and says, she actually so bold to say, we ain't mad at all the immigrants coming into the country, but all the problem is that they need to consider us first. Like, where is, for Christ's sake, where is that heart? Are you guys so filled with grief? Are you trying to support what the whites were supporting way back? I mean, where have your senses gone to? Like, when would these people start thinking? Can't you guys just see that? You fellow black Americans are actually fighting against your fellow race. Put it in mind, for Christ's sake, that this person is coming all the way from the tribe where they're running from, seeking asylum to a place, or some of them are looking for greener pastures to work. And they ain't looking for no harm, but all they're just doing is looking for green pastures. And the next thing, just because they made it in life, they're making it in your place where they visited and they successful, you now starting to feel jealous. I mean, first of all, in the first place, y'all are the ones that are ignorant. I mean, you find that an immigrant will go looking for a job, and if they told him they offered a job for cleaning the toilet, he'll proudly take that job. But if it's a fellow black American hiring a fellow black American, shit, I don't know, man. Who you taking in the toilet? I mean, so you kind of jealous because this person actually accepted a job that you were so proud to take, and he has made it in life, and you now saying they taking the jobs away from you and they should consider you first. God, where is this going? It's why I tell you in the first place, I ain't blaming Trump for this. No, the problem is on y'all all. I tell you that for fact. I'll tell you straight to the point. The problem is on y'all all. why don't y'all old people try to understand that they failed to win the battle in the beginning? We're looking at Clinton in the first place. He's saying how they're going to trash out all the ragtags, all the illegal aliens. They actually they ain't calling them immigrants. They call them illegal aliens. Yeah, they're going to trash out all illegal aliens, build a big wall. But now, since they're saying that this ain't working, they're going to use a different kind of system to trash y'all all out. Like, why don't you understand the concept? Can't you add up the dots?
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
Anyway, when you go to the Bible, you remember those three guys on the cross? I'm actually assuming that Jesus are the blacks, isn't it? Yeah? Because I see right now, if we're looking where we at right now, you are the God. You are the Jesus on the cross. So you have actually sacrificed way a lot to reach where you are. Yeah? And when you vividly remember in the Bible, on the cross on the right side, the man actually told Jesus that he should remember him when he reaches the kingdom. And the other guy on the other side, who I'll call Trump, wasn't remorseful at all. Now, when they're rich in the kingdom of heaven, I actually assume that now Trump is actually trying to plead so that they can accept him in the kingdom of heaven after he said shit on the cross. Yo, like, who says that? And you're trying to come to us after you saying that I should save myself off the cross? You know what? Look, let me tell you one thing. This man, when he was the president, when he was in his luxurious chair, on his toilet seat trying to play an Xbox, and he's trying to get permission for all the missions to be launched, he never gave a shit fuck about all y'all. But right now that he's a liability, the ball is all in your hands. It's in your hands. I think this is the time where all your blacks have to unite together as one family and resolve all the issues y'all all have together. If it's jobs that you seek, then collaborate with each other so you can work together to build something bigger than what you're actually getting jealous of.